Hi there gang, well I finally made it to my destination and I thought I'd like to share this journey with you. I would like to apologise for the flickering lights that I have, but I'm filming this in 4K and I just can't seem to, there's no other light here. There may be some noise from the air conditioning as well, but let's go through the journey. Are you ready? Here we go. So I left around about 10 o'clock because the airport did actually say you need to be at the airport 3 hours before the actual flight. I did actually get there 3 hours before the flight, just a bit past that, and the check-in didn't start till 2.5 hours, so I sat inside and had a coffee. But I didn't really care because I'm going on vacation. So if you are going to depart from Siem Reap, if there's not many flights on that day, then it actually took me to go through check-in, security, immigration security. Took me about 7.5 minutes in total. The Bangkok lounge, I went with Bangkok Airways, was actually closed, which I'll explain a little bit later on. So I had to have a Burger King instead. But here, I would like to show you a little glimpse of Siem Reap, Cambodia International Airport. It is the cutest, quietest airport in the world. Wouldn't you like this as your home airport? So, here I am at the airport. Let me just explain the situation which happened here. They say check-in 3 hours before, but the check-in wasn't open till 2.5 hours, and the airport is like really quiet. So, yeah, come here 2.5 hours. You don't need to do 3, but that's just on my flight. Things could change, don't quote me on that. For Cambodia Siem Reap Airport, there was no, you didn't need to have any vaccination card or anything. It's just like check-in as normal, went through security. They did ask when I was coming back. I said on Sunday, which is near enough true. And then security, no problem at all. And here I am on the airside of Siem Reap International Airport, Cambodia. It's actually really quiet, and you can see the video which I showed you before of how the airport is. Just really quiet indeed. And just waiting now for a flight which departs in 2 hours, so I think I can have a spot of lunch I'm flying with Bangkok Airways, and usually they have lounge access to their own lounge, not like the VIP lounge if you're flying business class, for example. And with that, the Bangkok Airways lounge is closed, so it's going to be a spot of lunch in Burger King, and then we will get on the flight here. I'm just going to switch the camera around. No, I can't do that with this. Let me just show you Air Asia departing on, I think it's going to either Thailand or Kuala Lumpur. It's actually really nice to see an aeroplane again. It's just under 3 years since I have flown, and it's just a great feeling. After close to 2 years, 3 years of isolation, here we go. We can start to fly again, fly international. And there is a Airbus, I think it's I'm not too sure actually, a A320 or A323, not a big aeroplane, but I'll be flying on a twin prop aeroplane. In other words, no jet engine. It's going to have the propellers, and I think my seat is pretty close to the actual, pretty close to the wing, so we'll be able to see that. So it was time to depart. The actual airplane did leave about 20 minutes or 30 minutes before schedule, which was good. And one of the beautiful things about this airport is that you walk to the airplane. So you walk along the apron, not the runway, but the apron to the airport, and you can see the airplane there. I always forget the number, an ATR something 600. I do have a picture of it a little bit later. And it wasn't a full flight. I would say maybe about 70% full. There was no one sitting next to me. But have a look how it's like the old style of travelling. Yeah? And they did ask you to wear a mask when you were getting on. This gentleman in front of me just here, he did eventually. But when you eat on the aeroplane, which we will get to as well, it was... well, everyone took their mask off and they didn't seem to put it back on. So here's a little bit more of me boarding the aeroplane on my way to this destination. course, Takeoff, one of the bits about the flight I really do enjoy. I didn't get the actual seat I wanted, so I was just behind the propeller of this ATR, this twin prop aeroplane. The configuration 2-2, there aren't really any executive seats, it's all like just one class, but this is the Takeoff, and you can see some amazing views of Cambodia, and it's very, very wet.
Bangkok Airways หวังเป็นอย่างยิ่งว่าผู้โดยสารทุกท่านจะได้รับความสะดวกสบายและมีความมั่นใจในความปลอดภัยตลอดการเดินทางกับเราครับ Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Bangkok Airways, Asia Boutique Airline, and our share partners, Captain Aiko and Oliver would like to extend a warm greeting to all passengers on this flight. For your safety, recommended your figures to all passengers at all times. During flight condition luggage, the you must sign a copy of this flight version magazine and pocket in front of you. Yeah, please read to our flight shopping. If you wish to purchase products, please contact us after the flight service. We wish to receive a present flight to Bangkok Airways. Thank you.
So the type of airplane we were flying was an ATR 727-600. You can see the configuration there, and the tray table was clean, but the food, here was the food. This was cold satay chicken with sticky rice. The sticky rice was actually quite nice, but it was really chewy and really rubbery, and you can see I'm doing the same picture. I didn't actually finish it because it was just too chewy. Now, some people, just for this flight, I paid about $96 to maybe $100 for this 1 hour flight. Prices do go up, and when I left, this flight was $255 just for a normal seat. And you would expect from a boutique airline some good food, but I would say the food was a disaster, and I'm going to give Bangkok Airways for that food on this particular journey a thumbs down. And as I explained earlier, the lounge was closed. You're a boutique airline, but you are really cutting corners. But I did like it wasn't a plastic knife and fork. It was a real knife and spoon, not knife and fork, exactly. And the legroom was actually really good. You could actually stretch your legs out quite far. You can see all the pictures here. And you can see this small clip here, how wet the area was. And Cambodia and Thailand, well, it's the end of the rainy season. It's time for the cooler season, and the water is immense. So I am going to make a full video a little bit later on, maybe on this channel or the other channel, related to flying over Cambodia and Thailand. But let's do the landing into Bangkok. Because it's an ATR, we disembarked the aeroplane from the back, and then we boarded a bus to go through immigration, pick up the luggage, etc, etc. And Bangkok airport was absolutely, it took me 2 minutes to go through immigration. That was it. It took 5 minutes to pick up the luggage. It took 2 minutes to get a SIM card, a 5G SIM card into my phone. The driver was already waiting for me, and well, it was perfect. And I didn't need to show once my vaccination card at all. Here in Thailand, it seems like some people do wear the mask, some people don't. I have bought packages of masks, and it's in the airplane they do ask you to. In the airport you see a lot of people do, but some don't, but it's not strictly enforced. Now I've only been there for a short space of time, I could be totally wrong. Alright, so that's it from me. I'm going to eat a McDonald's, which I haven't eaten for 3 whole years. Woohoo! And I hope you enjoy this video. Do like, subscribe and share. Do check out We Travel. The main reason I'm actually on this trip, well, is to actually promote We Travel, and I will be making some more videos there throughout the coming days. No free Gorgeous Dam today, but I will love you and leave you. I hope you enjoyed my little trip from Siem Reap all the way on Bangkok Airways to this lovely destination. Thank you very much. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.